What's going on, everybody? I'm so glad that you're tuning in to another great episode of House of Praise. I'm your host. No need to introduce myself again because he should have been cool with Mr. Johnson's show. But let me tell you one thing. You're tuning in with your boy T. Wright. What's going on, world? It's your boy T. Wright. It's your boy T. Wright. Y'all know me as well from the CI Media Network. I have a spiritual brother, spiritual cousin, spiritual man of God in the building today. I said it, I prayed, it happened. Brother Reggie Blassingame.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, sir.
I'm doing excellent, excellent,
Yes,
excellent. I'm so glad that you came to, how the young folks say, chop it up with me today. You know, it's always a good time to see, you know, a good man of God come in the presence of just saying how great he's been. You know, House of Praise, that's what we do. We don't live ashamed of the gospel.
That's right.
We keep it going. Right. And one of the biggest things we do is we keep it focused. So, but I want you to tell the world, not just me, not just, I want the Holy Spirit to be, it's already been filled.
That's right.
Which I don't know off the air is we've been already letting it be filled in here. Let the world know about who Mr. Reggie Blassingame is.
Well, I was raised here in Oconee County, in Seneca. You know,
you a Bobcat?
Oh yeah,
all
home
right
of the Bobcats now. Home of the Bobcats now, and you know, the way it is down here in Seneca, man. You know, my mom them, she worked at J.P. Stevenson.
All right, we know about them. They call it West Point.
West Point. They worked down here at J.P. and her and my dad. You know what I mean? When I was younger, man, mom she was a workaholic. Workaholic, man. That's all she did. She did a lot to provide for me and my brother, you know, at the time. And it was just, she's just one of those powerful women of God that through her walk and watching her, you know, she was very spiritual. I mean, she taught us how to read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Always keep Psalms 91 close to you.
Yes.
Always pleading the blood over us, you know what I'm saying? Always watching over us.
Y'all, he about to start preaching.
I'm trying to hold it
Don't let
down.
him hold you back. He about to start preaching to him, but it's all good.
But yes, man, like I said, I grew up in a Harris Jones trailer park, man, right there on Perry Hill, up under the Seneca Bobcat water tank.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
We call it P Hill in the hill.
And I grew up there, man. And like I said, man, we had a wonderful childhood. You know, it was nothing that my mom couldn't get us. You know what I'm saying? It may take a little while, we wasn't rich, but at the same time, we wasn't the poorest either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and during that time, man, a lot of things, you know, my mom and dad had divorced and all that stuff there. So I was the oldest of the siblings.
Okay.
So I had to, you know, take care of them, watch over them, making sure everything was kosher with them, and, you know, getting them back and forth to school and all that stuff there.
Right.
And so, he said, in the childhood and growing up in those days, it ain't like growing up now. You know, we had a lot of stuff that we could do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff we could do, a lot of stuff that we could interact in. You know what I mean? It wasn't a lot of, it was gangs, you know what I'm saying? It was the drugs and all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't as big as it is now. You know, when kids grow up now, that's all they see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to try to get them to see the God side when all they see in front of them is the drugs, you know, the hip hop, you know, the getting the money and all that stuff there. So it's real hard now to even try to cross that barrier. You know what I'm saying? Without you knowing God, you can't cross that barrier and try to interact with those people.
That's so true. You know, with your season, I live by a code. I always say, you know, whatever season God's put me in, I keep His presence of the Spirit around me.
Right.
And I always sit there and say, you know, however you put me in that season, God, please don't do it without me.
That's right.
It's so crazy because, you know, it is true. I think a lot of times, you know, young people around here, they don't have a lot of stuff to do, and I'm not just gonna say here in Oconee County.
Right.
I really say everywhere, because every time you go to a different city or a different county or a different area, you hear about the same stuff that's happening every single day. And whether you live in a big city like New York City,
right,
or obviously in the South, Atlanta, Georgia, even right here, it's always, you know, so believable that you gotta keep that in the midst of it.
That's right.
What we're gonna do, guys, I gotta pay some bills. I love this actual program here and the platform we have, but we have to pay bills, or you won't see me. So we're gonna pay some bills. Catch this video real quick. Got some commercials coming in, and we're gonna be right back. I got Mr. Reggie Blassingame in the building, so don't touch that down here.
Okay.
What's going on, world? It's your boy T White.
What's going on, everybody? I'm so glad that you came back to look at his beautiful face. You know, I'm still back chilling with your boy, the best host on the land, T Wright. That's right here in the building. Got the great Mr. Reggie Blassingame, like I said. Family member, friend, but a true family member to the end. Now we're gonna have to come up with some stuff. You let me know where you're from, and that's beautiful.
Right.
But I want to know, how did your faith get you to where you are today? Because a lot of young people don't really have their faith tuned in. You know, we live some principles here at CI Media, and faith is number one. So how did your faith play with where you are today in your work at High Calling Ministries International?
Well, my mom, she instilled the faith in me.
Okay.
And I seen how she believed as I was growing up. So I can tell you this story. One time, I was playing football for the Seneca Bobcats.
Right.
And we was coming up here to Walhalla to play.
You playing them Razorbacks. Shame on them Razorbacks.
The coach asked me, he said, Reggie, what are you gonna do tonight? And immediately, out of my mouth, I said I was gonna run a touchdown back. Never played on the kickoff team or kickoff receiving team or none of that. And it came out my mouth. So as we got ready to start the game, the kick receiver got sick or something happened, had to pull him out. And then coach said, Reggie, get in there. So I went in there, right? I went in there. And as the ball was kicked, I'm looking at the ball. Like, man, I ain't fit to pick this thing up. It hit. I picked it up and ran for 84 yards. Touchdown. And I never touched the field since then on the kickoff returning side. So I started looking at that. I always had faith. I always believed. You know, I always believed. My mom had us carry a Bible in our pants, you know, in our pants and stuff like that. And just the faith in God and believing. You know, even all through all the stuff that, you know, most teenagers and all that stuff go through.
Right.
Now, what my faith is in God, I believe God can do anything. There's nothing.
Gotta have it.
There's nothing impossible that God can't do to those who believe. See, I'm one of those believers. I believe without a shadow of a doubt that he can do anything. If I'm gonna read and study about him and love on him like I do, then I have to believe that he is who he say he is. And he's gonna do what he said he's gonna do. So if you believe, see, everybody set things out to where they believe in their vacation, so they set the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To go to that vacation spot. They believe they're gonna get off and go there.
Right.
So why not set the time for God? And believe that he's gonna do exceedingly abundantly than you can ever ask or think. So that's how my faith is. That's how my faith walk is.
Wow.
And how I got the High Calling Ministry, me and Pastor Mandrell, we met some years back. We was at Denny's. Elder Wilson is my cousin. She goes there, she stays right next to him. Wow. And we clicked the first day. The first time we met, we clicked.
Ain't it great how God misses the right people together at the right time? I mean, I used to say this, it's crazy how you see God work the right people
That's right.
at the right time. Because not everybody's in your life for a moment, for a season, or for a lifetime. You know, and when you look at, well, who's gonna be in my life, you won't know.
You won't know.
You won't know. God will tell you if he's like, if your God is so like I know my God, he'll whisper to you the way that you understand.
That's right. Exactly right.
So I sit there and say, he'll teach me two separate ways. He teach me through song or that gut feeling. A lot of people call it conscience. I just say it's God's speaking.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't know about conscience and stuff.
Right.
But cause I'm just a little country boy. I don't know nothing about no conscience and stuff. But I know about how God speaks to me. So I know when he's speaking to me that this is the person he's telling me that's
right.
gonna be with me for a season. And this is the person he's gonna tell me I'm gonna be with for a lifetime. And this is the person he's gonna tell me I'm gonna be with for a moment. So with the moments, sometimes you just have to look at it from a perspective. And it hurts sometimes. Because sometimes you really, really expect to see that person for the rest of your life.
Right. That's right.
And then when God tell you no, let them go. Sometimes it's hard to let people go.
It is.
You know, but I believe if you tell me to do it, Lord, no matter how hard it gets, I'm gonna be obedient. I'm gonna be obedient. Being obedient don't be easy.
No, it's not.
But I know
it's
for a
not.
fact it's rewarding.
That's
That's
right.
what caused the best things.
That's right.
So one other thing I want to bring up before we take another break, because I know y'all love seeing his beautiful face, is that at High Calling Ministry International, what is your major key role there? I know your key role is always telling the gospel to anybody. You know, as a walk of his child, that's your job no matter where you go.
Right.
But what do you feel when you get into church, besides going into worship, that you feel your main role is?
My main role, I believe, at High Calling is to help the pastor.
Okay.
You know, I'm an intercessor also. So I pray in the times that he can't pray.
Wow.
Or when he's, in the times that he's feeling weak in his body. I'm that extended hand.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So whenever he's feeling a certain kind of way, God usually let me know. And he'll tell you that I do know. That when he's in a place, you like God to tell me, keep some distance. Pray for him. Intercede for him. So for the church body, I pray for everybody that's in High Calling. Not only for the head, the shepherd of that house, but for everybody where I'm at. Because I want people to be able to get to the place in God that they'll see God for who he is. Not just a thought of who he is, but to visually see God through the lenses of Jesus and be able to go into a whole nother realm of God that they've never been before.
Wow.
See, that takes faith. That takes obedience. That takes discipline. And those kind of words right there, in today's society of church, they don't like to hear about it. But they always want to go to a place in God that they've never been before, but never willing to put down the work.
And you got to put that work in. Now, what we going to do, we going to put some work in taking a small commercial break. Don't go nowhere. Take your smart device, take however you watching this, go get you something to drink or whatever. Go to the bathroom. Come back, because if you have enough time to go to the bathroom, come back. And we'll be right back. This is your boy T Right Man. This is House of Praise. This is Seneca Zone. Reggie Blassingame, y'all.
What's going on, world? It's your boy T Right.
Welcome back. Mace wasn't the only one that said welcome back. This your boy T right here on the hottest show, man. And I'm still kicking it with Seneca Zone, man. Oconee County's finest, High Calling Ministry International's own Reggie Blassingame. Now, one of the biggest things, we done talked about who you are, where you come from. We done talked about how your faith of a mustard seed, which is not that big, took you to places that you could probably never imagine.
That's right.
But how, now, I said this off camera, I'm gonna say it again. I don't care who you were, unless you were married yourself. did not walk in this world said I was completely saved when I came out the womb. And if you did, you're lying to yourself, because nobody comes into this sinful world perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The person that did it died for your sins, so I already know that that's not true. How did you get to where you are today? How did you get to a point where you said, God, I need you? How did the testimony get to the point, God, I need you?
Wow.
How did you get to that day? Because I'm going to be honest, when I say we're family, it's for real.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
I know for a fact, how did you get to a point where you say, you know what, God, I need you? How did you get to that day?
Oh, wow.
How did you get to that day?
Let me go back. See, what people didn't know about me, at the age of 8 and 9, between the age of 8 and 9 and 10, I was molested at that time. You know what I'm saying? So as growing up, coming through high school, I had an identity crisis.
Wow.
I'm really trying to figure out who I was. And during that process, you know, I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? Different baby mamas and all that kind of stuff there.
They awesome though.
Yeah, they awesome. They love God. Every last one of them love God. And that's the most important thing with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to try to leave a legacy with material things, but I leave a legacy with them in believing in God. But, you know, during the process, you know, during the high school, you know what I'm saying? Those years I was selling drugs and all that kind of stuff there, not really knowing who I was or trying to figure out who I was, you know, which led me to federal penitentiary. I did 2.5 years in Petersburg, Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
It's some hard people up there. It's some hard people. It's some hard people in the city.
That's right.
I don't know hard people in jail.
So, you know, like I said, you know, I was raised in church. Mama brought us up in church, you know, but you know how everything is, everybody got to find their own path.
Right.
So when I got from prison, I got married, and you know, it didn't last that long. I still wasn't ready, you know, and about 2099 or 2000, I was married again, but this time God took me to Lone Creek Ranch.
Right up the street?
Lone Creek.
Wow.
Well, this lady named Miss Donna McCowan. She's like my spiritual mom now. The old school up there on Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, the old school up there. And God brought me to that place. And when I got to that place, now mind you, I didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be up there and all that kind of stuff there, because I really wasn't wanting to follow God like that.
Right.
But I landed up there. God had me up there, and from that place, I learned about God, the Holy Spirit, one-on-one. She had a business in Atlanta, Thrifty Nickel, a newspaper, and she would come every Friday. But during the week, it was nothing but me and God. So I learned the things that I've learned. I took the things that I've learned from my mom and from other people and all that stuff, and I took everything from that point and tried to bring it all together.
Okay.
So at that place, I've learned about how to fast, what to see in fasting, how to snatch down strongholds during fasting, how to go in and reach people that's hurting, the people that God shows me or I have a vision about, and know how to go in and snatch them out the pits of hell.
Wow.
In the spirit realm. So God allowed me to learn all these things about the casting out of demons and, you know, the laying of the hands and all that stuff there, man. That's my basis. The ranch was my basis of who I am. I learned who I was in Christ. Besides all the past stuff that I heard that I ain't gonna be nothing, you never gonna be nothing, you always gonna be in jail, you always gonna do that. I took all that stuff there and I used it as energy to push me.
Wow.
And that same stuff that was back there is still what drives me to this day. I'm gonna be the man of God who God called me to be. And by faith, I know he'll get me there.
and he will get you there.
Yes, sir.
One of the things that I love about how God works, he doesn't work on a perfect person, because you know what? There is no perfect person.
Right.
So when he works on, he wants the imperfection individual,
Mm-hmm.
the one that wants to seek after him, the one that wants to push to make his calling of what you do better.
That's right.
And you can't sit there and ask yourself, well, God, when am I going to be better? It ain't your choice to find out when you're going to be better. It's your choice to actually ask more questions to find out how you want. Hold on, let me back up. How he wants you to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about how we can be better in his kingdom. The choice is, are you going to find out if you can get better in his kingdom? So I ask you, we're going to get ready to wrap up in a few minutes, but I ask you, if you haven't figured out today who you are, you're still searching for your identity, just like this brother was here, all you have to do is ask God, be sincere, to come in my life, to show me how you want me to become a better Christian. Now I'm going to tell you, when you do this, you hope and pray that it will get better right there on the second.
Right.
I got a great thing to tell you.
Right.
It won't. What's going to happen is the devil's going to attack you harder than you ever imagined, and that's his job. But what your job is to keep fasting, keep praying, keep pushing, keep pursuing. Once you learn how to do all those things, you will get things better in your process. We live by a code here at CI Media Network. You do live by a process. What that means, Steve Harvey can write a book called Jump, but you better jump for Jesus. That's the only book that you don't have to pay $19.99 or more to go get. You can go to the Dollar Tree. They got a whole bunch of Holy Bibles up in there that cost 4 quarters or $1 that will get you something that you can't imagine out of.
Oh, yes.
You jump for Jesus, you can jump for joy, and you don't have to worry about it.
Wow.
Now, I want to say thank you, brother, for coming on the
Oh,
show.
man, it was a blessing, man.
Now, let everybody know, I want y'all church obviously going to be running over. You got your physique going on, got everything looking good. Let the world know. I don't care if you don't live in the state of South Carolina. You live in the surrounding parts in Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. He done been in Petersburg, Virginia, so y'all can come on down to Virginia. Let them know exactly where the church is, man.
Man, the church is on Airline Road, 1427. Airline Road, Anderson 29625. You can get in contact with me. I'm Reggie Blassingame at 864-940-5082. Pastor Mandrell Lakin, you'll be able to find him on Facebook. You'll find him on YouTube. You'll be able to, on the website. You'll be able to find him anywhere. It's just High Calling Ministry. You can pull up High Calling Ministries International, and then you'll be plugged into whatever we're doing, or whatever events that's going on, or if you just want to just plug in and just talk, we're there. Everybody is there. Whatever you need. Look, the church is not perfect. That's one thing people have to realize. That it's gonna be all kind of, we are a band of misfits trying to work this thing out together. So don't be ashamed. Whatever you're going through, contact us, High Calling Ministries. I promise you, we have people there that have been in every walks of life that can meet you right there where you're at. Right there. Not judging you, not condemning you, but just to listen. Matter of fact, if you can't get there, we'll be more than welcome to come where you are. So, the website, High Calling Ministry, get in contact with us.
Get in contact with them. You can always get in contact with us.
Yes, that's right.
You know the website. If you don't know it, www.cimedianetwork.com.
boy T right.